While some celebrated the 4th, others threw up on it. The website Gawker announced yesterday that, quote, everyone celebrating the 4th of July is an idiot, end quote. And, of course, no grad school screed is complete without a nod to genocide. Here's Gawker again, quote, today, 237 years since the cursed piece of paper launched a war that killed 50,000, formalized the genocide of indigenous Americans, and locked African slaves into another century of bondage, the Declaration is little more than a casserole of Enlightenment tropes. Enlightenment tropes. Someone is trying to impress their yoga instructor. So you got to ask why, on the 4th, losers do this. It's a way of standing out, telling everyone how edgy you are. You're really sticking it to the man. Please, this is as edgy as mashed potatoes. It's approval seeking at its most transparent. Because patriotism is viewed by beta males in the media as silly and unnecessary, insecure failures are mistaken to think such a stance is brave. It's exactly what you'd expect from phonies trying to fit in. The reason why we celebrate the 4th is because we realize how lucky we are to be a part of this exceptional universe. Those mocking the 4th are achievement challenged, ashamed of their failures. They blame America, a proxy for mom and dad. And I'm saying this as not a huge fan of the 4th. Each year I do the same thing. I have too much to drink. I get a little crazy. I end up in the ER explaining to a disgusted nurse how I accidentally fell on the Roman candle.
My goodness.
My goodness, indeed.
Oh, man.
Jesse?
Yes. I don't know.
Why do they have to? You know that they save up all year? And they go, okay, everybody's going to be saying nice things about July 4th. We're not. We're going to be daring.
No, the guy, he's a troll. He's trying to attract attention. That's what he does. He's trying to get ratings.
Yeah.
The guy obviously has no friends. I think his parents are probably ashamed of him. Do we have a picture of the guy? I don't even want to say his name.
I don't know who Gawker is.
I love that Bob doesn't know.
Bob doesn't know. Yeah, so let's look at a picture of this guy. Now, this is the guy.
He looks like a meth addict.
He looks like he looks like a deranged hiker, okay? He looks like a bedsore. This guy obviously.
That good?
This guy is not a good person. I'm going to put it like that. And you know, I really don't have much to say about that website. We've had some run-ins that website and myself, and you know they lost. And that's all I need to say about them because I'm not going to give them any more airtime.
Bob, why is it that only people on the left do this sort of thing?
Yeah. Every university did it yesterday, too, I'm sure, right? Everyone did it. And I didn't. I celebrate the 4th. And for Gawker, who I don't know who they are, I would just say this, read between the lines. I mean, that's as simple as that.
What about you, Kimberly?
What about it, Gawker? I'd like to stay out of that.
No, isn't it why? Isn't it fueled by the desire to be cool, that I'm not like those other dorks who are patriotic, that somehow being patriotic isn't cool?
You know what? I just say it. I've said this many times before. Like, if you have problems with this country, you don't like it, why don't you just leave? Get out. I mean, we don't need you. You're Debbie Downer. You have nothing positive to say. You don't have any appreciation for everybody that's fought for freedom and independence. What's wrong
sorry,
with
I got to sneeze. Go ahead.
I just don't want you to sneeze on me.
You asked the question about why do people on the left do this. There was a 2011 Harvard study that actually showed that kids who are taken to one rain-free 4th of July celebration before they turn 18 are 4% more likely to vote for conservatives or Republicans. And back to the rebel argument, there was a poll that came out yesterday by Scott Rasmussen that showed the vast majority of Americans, both Democrats and Republicans, are proud to be Americans. So it's not working for this guy.
Was anybody besides this Gutfeld dude, whatever his name is? Was anybody besides him saying bad things?
Well, yeah, Paul Krugman had an interesting column out today, and there were a lot of people on Twitter who had ridiculously stupid things to say. Some people actually thought that America's birthday was, we were 2013 years old.
Yeah, didn't Oliver Stone say something? We're becoming a tyrannical regime, and he said it in the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Okay, which was like under the authoritarian regime of the Soviet Union.
Right.
Is that what you call a blog? Is that a blog?
Yes,
that guy is?
It's a blog.
Okay. Blog this.
Gooker.
How was your 4th of July, Kimberly?
It was fantastic. I love the 4th of July. Great weather. Spent it with friends and fantastic food. These little mini corn dogs. Oh, I wanted to race Bob and eat those. And
How was yours, Bob?
You did actually eat most of it, but I did. I had a great. I ate a lot and I just enjoyed it, and it was wonderful. And the weather was hot, but it didn't rain.
How about you guys? Honey?
Awesome.
It was really good. I tried to get my hands on some illegal fireworks down in Chinatown and did not. So I feel like a little less free today.
Yeah,
Okay.
great food, great company. 4th of July is my favorite.
Love it.
Opposite of Gawker on that
You're
one.
supposed to get out of here.
All right, coming up, more on the Zimmerman trial. I was trying to stretch it so I didn't have to talk about Zimmerman.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to make my segment 30 minutes long.